tonight we're going to invite some of our team members up on this live with us, right? We're going to have a conversation with one of our team members. He's one of my favorite guys. I'm going to let the cat out the bag. Inside of my program is ran by women, is predominantly 70% women in my program. But this is one of my fellas right here that's getting busy inside of the land space. He has about a year on the clock. Before meeting us, he had no experience in this field of land investing.
For sure. For sure. You mute?
Taking down lands, taking his shot, best shot, and landing deals. So what's going to happen is I'm going to invite him up. His name is Sayco Williams. I just gave him the crazy introduction.
That's right. That's right.
Do some push-ups. Do some push-ups. That's my guy right there. We're going to invite him up. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about all his experiences and what he has going on, some of the things that he's been able to accomplish since coming into this ecosystem. It's going to be a real interesting conversation because it is one thing, in all seriousness, it's one thing for us to talk about some of the things that we've been able to accomplish ourselves. It's a whole nother thing when you can impart some knowledge into somebody else and they have success at it. So that's one of the things that we're most proud of, is that we've been able to show other people to do the same thing that we do, and they've been successful at it. So let me get my man Sayco up here, and we'll have a nice conversation.
For sure, most definitely, most definitely.
All right, Sayco, I just gave you the invite. Come jump on this live, and let's dive into everything that you got going on in your world.
Yes,
what's up,
yes,
fellas?
sir.
What's
yes,
up?
Sir.
What's happening?
Sayco's journey.
Bless.
What's up with you?
What an introduction. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling, bro?
I appreciate it. I'm feeling great. Love life. How about you?
Great. Man, you know how we do, Sayco. You know we stay busy as all ever, and just trying to bring the best information to the group. As you know, we're gonna jump into all that we do. Sayco is a part of our team, right? Sayco is doing some great things. So tonight, and what we want to do moving forward is we want to start to highlight some of these people that's having success in land investing other than ourselves. So I thought this was great. We spoke about doing this a while ago, about having you on we do a Mindset Tuesday calls, and I think Jay was planning on getting you on those calls. We did one tonight. Y'all need to arrange that because I know you got something to say on those calls. In our community, we do a mindset call every Tuesday, which is very inspirational because if the mind ain't right, then none of this works. Land is just a vehicle. The mind is where it all starts at. Land is just a vehicle that all three of these brothers that you see on this live use. So, Sayco, first and foremost, where did you meet the Acre boys at?
Where did I meet? I'm not exactly sure where I first saw you. Somewhere on social media. I don't know if it was an ad or through somebody else's post, or I'm not sure. But I know it was definitely on social media, and I came across it. I think actually I seen your interview. I'm not sure if it was on Earn Your Leisure or one of the podcasts. I watch a lot of podcasts to just try and develop new skills and learn new businesses and ways to increase income. So I saw you on someone's interview, followed you on social media, and I was like, I think these guys are legit. I engaged with your posts, and I was like, yeah, let me give it a try and see if the education and everything is there. And I mean, I'm executing ever since.
Right.
Been executing ever since. It was you guys laid it out easy in the process to help me understand that these opportunities are even out there, and not only that they're out there, but how to actually capitalize on them. So
let's go all the way back. Let's go all the way back. Previous to this, what were you doing for employment, or what other business venture were you into before you started diving into the land space?
I'm in a couple different industries. I'm a painter. I'm an artist. I'm also in construction. I run construction management companies. And that's for the most part, it was just those two things. And while studying Forex as well. So as much as I can.
Right. Sure. Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
All right. So when you came into contact with us, how long did did it take for you to get yourself comfortable or trusting what we were doing before you decided to say, let me reach out or join a class to find out more?
From the time I first saw, sorry if you, I don't know if you guys can hear all the honking in the back.
No, that's all good.
Okay. From the time I first saw you guys to the time I signed up, I say maybe about a couple weeks to a month. I say a month or so until I signed up, because I first did I downloaded like the free ebook first, and saw what education was there. Then I did like a paid ebook. I don't remember which one it was. I guess it was like more in detail.
Right.
And then I actually got the course, the full gold package. And I mean, just so I guess with that information that I saw within those earlier packages, that I was like, okay, these guys know what they're doing, and it's good to see people like us teaching other people like us. You know what I mean? So I'm all for it. Let's build.
Now let me ask you a question, Sayco. What made you choose? Because there's so many different things that you can do, right? You say you dibble dabble in forex, construction management, all these different things, right? So what made you actually choose land as something that you were interested in and that you wanted to go ahead and take advantage of?
Yeah, so it's a well-known thing that real estate is a key component of building wealth. So it's initially I wanted to go the route of the typical route that everybody goes, getting houses, renting them out, or flipping them, the wholesale, whichever way was more so just with dealing with structures versus land. That was my initial thought, and then I came across this podcast I came across your interview on someone's podcast. I was like, well, that could eliminate a lot of the issues that come with dealing with structures,
Right.
as well as the fact that I know these problems because I deal with construction as well. So,
Right.
So I am more comfortable with the building process, but if I could choose between a business that has less logistics and higher, if not the same profitability, then I mean that's a no-brainer for me. And eventually I will own structured land as well.
Yep.
Some I want to do like RV parks and just like easy affordable living home spaces where it's just easy mailbox money every month.
For sure.
But that's in time. But yeah, vacant land. I read a book called Blue Oceans, I believe it was called. Yep. And it spoke about how everyone kind of, there's a red ocean and a blue ocean. The red ocean is where everyone's focus is, and everyone is bloody waters, it's sharks eating sharks and all this other stuff. And blue ocean strategy is focusing where people are not focusing on, and understanding that there's a way less competition. And it's the smarter option in my eyes, as far as real estate goes. And I saw land as that blue ocean strategy, so it clicked for me when I saw the interview. And I've just been locking in, absorbing as much as I can.
For sure, like in layman's terms, y'all, what we're saying is, why would you go ahead and hustle on a crowded block where you can go ahead to someplace where it is completely uncrowded, where you have very little to no competition?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's the things that we kind of want to impart on people. A lot of people, like, we go through, everybody's on social media, everybody's doing a lot of these different things, right? But the interesting part is you see a lot of house flippers, you see a lot of different things, but very, very seldom do you actually see people that actually invest in land. Very seldomly. We're always concentrating on what we call those shiny things, right? The houses and everything else, but forgetting the natural fact is the number one instrument in any real estate transaction whatsoever. Without the land, nothing else exists. If you could control the primary asset, everything else is up to you at that point. You know what I mean? So I definitely get what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Another a key thing that you said that stood out to me is that you said, why would I want to deal with all the things that come with building a house or flipping a house when I can do the same thing with raw vacant land virtually, that we don't have to go and see, and make the same or more money doing these same transactions?
with a
That's
lot
some of the
less stress.
same reasons why we fell in love with the space, because we can make the same or more money with less competition, right? And then you don't have to deal with all the headaches that come with it. As Jay
Yeah,
stated, we call those things the shiny. And I'm not gonna lie, I like houses. I
We
love
all
houses.
do. We all do.
right,
Yeah.
I
right,
love them. I
right.
love the concept of taking it from the ground up, watching it being built. It's a
It's a
beautiful
beautiful
thing. But when it
process. Yeah,
yeah, but when it comes to investing, why would I want to have my money tied up when I don't have to have it tied up? That's all we're saying.
right, right.
So when you came into the ecosystem, let's talk about some of the information that was put in front of you. Speak from that. Was it easily digestible for you? Did you have a hard time understanding? How did that play out for you?
Yeah, it was easily digestible. Some things I had to go back and read again just to familiarize myself with the process
Yep.
and really get it locked in. But it's not rocket science. It's really just knowing it's just the right information, and it cuts out all the questions of what do I really need to really capitalize on this. It's just understanding the process of how counties sell the properties that are due with back taxes, and is how to reach out to people who are not selling their properties that's off market. um it's really just information. And what I do when I'm learning something new, I get a I get a notebook every time. Like, I get a new notebook every time I'm studying a new industry skill set, whatever. And I'll start from scratch from that notebook. So, like, going through the course, I'm taking notes down, and I'm literally just filtering out my process, as well as on the computer as well. But just building a process and understanding of how the process works, so that I can, build from there. But I'd say it was easily digestible. It's just lock in and get it done. It's not, it's not impossible. If I
For
can do
sure.
it, anybody can study the course.
For sure. For sure.
Well, let's dive into some of your deals, brother. The floor is yours. Let's talk about some of your accomplishments that you've done in the land space. Don't be afraid to talk numbers. That's what they're here for. They want to hear about the numbers.
So I have a slightly different approach with land. I'm not buying to instantly flip. I'm treating land sort of as like a savings account,
Got you.
that I know my money is by the time I purchase it, I know it's already 3 times, sometimes 4x before I purchase it, and I'm just letting it sit there until whenever I need to liquidate. Then I'll liquidate. But I'm going to get into the process of starting to sell them, but
Right.
I'm just not in a rush. So I'm just focusing on where the opportunities are, and just planting seeds in whatever counties make sense for me. And when it's time to liquidate, then see you later.
For sure.
Let's
For
talk
sure.
about this headline one, the $1,500 property that we know about it, but they don't know about it. Let's talk about the $1,500 property that had that value of 40,000 plus on it. Let's talk about that one. How did you come in contact with that one? Did you know it was such a big profit or a big, huge margin on that one when you came into contact to it? Let's talk about that deal.
So that one, I came across that deal it was an auction sale. In Michigan. This was my very first property,
Yeah.
actually.
That's the first one. Yeah, that was your first. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
this was my very first one. Yeah, this was at a sale in Michigan. I got the property for $1,500. I didn't know that the numbers that profit was there, that it was worth 40 grand. But what I did was I just paid attention to the details about the property. Obviously, it's a corner lot. It's like a little over a half acre, like 0.56, I believe, acre corner lot. Within a mile or two from multiple beaches, a marina. It's in a very popular community where they do a lot of like sports, like winter sports. So I was like, okay, this could be a really good deal. I didn't know it was gonna be that good of a deal, but I thought I was like, okay, this could be a really good deal. So yeah, I just paid attention to the property and the details around it. You know, zoomed out, seeing what the community was like. Did the Google Earth, walked around where I could walk around and seen, you know, that it was a clean community. It looked like I just saw all signs pointing towards like, yeah, I need to get this property. So what I did, I had that was one of the windows that I had opened up in the auction. So a little Jim, when I'm at the auction, I already have all the lots that I want, and I'll have a tab open for each lot, and then at like 5 to 3 minutes of the bid is when I'm really like paying attention to where like, okay, has it already reached my cap, or is it still like in the process? And then within like 2 to 1 minute, then I'm starting to bid, and you know, those last minute to seconds, snipe you.
Right.
Not to cut you off. Let me explain to the people what he's talking about. When he says when I'm at the auction, we don't physically go to these auctions. What he's
No,
saying is
virtually.
we're virtually. He's at home. He has his computer screen open and he's at the auction virtually. So he has multiple windows open for properties that he's interested in virtually. So we don't go to auctions.
Yeah.
So, and this is something that we teach inside the program. And this is what I mean about people that follow instructions, right? Because he's doing exactly what we laid out. It's like we don't bid with a day to go. We don't bid with a week or 2 days ago. We bid when there's the last hour or the last 10 minutes if possible. That's when we bid, and that's how we win those properties. That's what you just heard him speaking about, is that he's watching all of his bids all at one time, everything that he's interested in, and he's watching the clock. And then he came in, that's why we call him Sniper, as he just said. He comes in at the last minute, and he scoops it up based upon the bid that's at the auction right there. There's two styles of bidding styles. There's one to where there's going to be a clock that runs down, and then there'll be the highest bidder. Once that clock is ran down, will win the property. There's other auctions we go to. It's going to be best first come, first serve for a certain denomination. So we're familiar with both of those styles. What he's referring to is the auction style when the clock runs down, and then he comes in and snipes them at the last minute. But go ahead, brother. Let's talk about some of the other deals that you got going. That 1,500 one for 40,000 though, absolute crazy. We've been in this space for a long time, and we haven't ran across these deals. Maybe less than one hand we've heard about buying a tax deed for 1,500, property worth more than 40,000. That is not common, for the record.
For sure, that's a home run.
Yeah.
And just like to jump in real quick, bro. You know, here's the thing, y'all. Like I say all the time, you know, avid reader, all of these different things. You don't rise to the levels of your goals. You fall to the levels of your system. When you have a system in place that's already working, like you said, his system is to have multiple tabs open so he can easily access the different things. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. The systems that are going to make everything work. You can have a big goal or whatever the case may be, but if your system sucks, your results are going to suck. Because his system is clean, it works. You know what I mean? So I just want to chime in and say that real quick.
So,
yes, sir.
in total, Sayco,
and that was my first one. So I was
first of all, how long have you been with us?
Yeah, first one.
At that point, I think I bought it in like August. When was Michigan?
I think that was like
July, August, right?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere around July, August. And I think I actually got the course, I'd say like February of last year, February or March of last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So in less than a year, you landed that first deal?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Less than a year.
And currently
this
up
is
to date, how many properties have you bought or do you own currently? How many properties do you own?
Including ones that I'm just waiting on them to send that final bill.
Yeah, right.
I'd say about 21, maybe
21.
23, somewhere around there.
And I thought it was 14. That's the update. It's 21.
Yo, bro,
No.
I ain't gonna clap, but
For sure.
good job, brother. Good job.
For sure.
Thank you.
21 properties
Execution.
in a little over a year is that's excellent. That means that you're doing your thing.
Sure.
Execution. That's what me and Jay talk about all the time. The
That's
information
it.
is not ours. The information is for us to give to the people, and it's up for the people to execute on the information. The same thing that he learned from us is the same thing that we teach everybody. He don't have we're not having private calls with him. He's on the same group calls as everybody else. He's just the brother that's executing on the information. That's why he was able to land the deal for $1,500 worth $40,000.
Right.
That's why in a year's time he's sitting on 21 properties, and I know some of those properties because we're in the same group. And sometimes he used to bring me all of them, but now
he done got this deal. Now, but wait, check it out. Hold on.
All right, so a couple of them, like I said, I'm just waiting on them to be finalized. I don't even want to like throw them at you just to see, because I already bought them, so it's like I already got them. So, I will, once the deed come in, you know what I'm saying, once everything is confirmed, then I'll send it your way. Like, you know what I'm saying? What
for sure. Now, the funny part about it was we was on the call, and he was like, "What's the name of that place, that quiet title again?"
Yeah. You know, going for now.
I said, yeah, that man got a plan right there.
Hi, Ma. I'll say whatever. I'll say
oh, hey, Mama Williams.
My mama's on here.
Your boy doing a good job. Your boy is doing a real good job.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
So, Sayco, let me ask. Let's talk about you're in the group with us. Let's talk about some of these inexpensive land deals. What are some of the numbers that we see inside of our group?
That we see inside of the group? I mean,
for social media, I think a lot of people, they don't believe that there's deals that we get deals for so cheap. I don't think they believe that it exists. Me and Jace, we speak about it all the time. But let's hear it from a third party, someone else besides me and Jay that's in the group. And whatever comes to mind, just talk about some of the inexpensive land deals that you saw happen in there and some that you've encountered.
Mm-hmm. So I've seen deals as low as, I think, like $150. I think we even came across $100 deal like once or twice that I've actually seen. But I've seen a couple of times $150. I've seen, I don't even know how many, countless properties under $500. Even more countless properties under $1,000. Like I've seen and executed on many of those properties. So, so yeah, it's way more affordable than what people think. So that is something that I'm happy that you guys clear up, because before me coming into this land space or just not really knowing much about real estate, aside from like the different methods to flip traditional real estate, I didn't know that it was even possible to get land for that cheap. I didn't know that like that was an option. I knew nothing about tax deeds or any of that. So it was like I didn't know it was possible. But now that I do know, thanks to you fellas, it's game time.
Yeah, for sure. No question about it. For sure.
So didn't you recently, you just bought an acre of land. I'm not going to say the price. I'm going to let you say it. How much did you recently acquire an acre of land?
Wait, hold on. His face was like, come on.
You don't have to say where. I'm not going to put you
ain't got to say where it's at or nothing like that.
I'm not going to let people know. So, you know, you just tell me the price. You don't have to say where you got it at. We're not going to go there. But let's just tell the people how much you just acquired an acre of land for.
Yeah, so I got an acre of land for $1,200.
$1,200.
$1,200.
And how much are the houses where that acre of land sits at? How much are the houses going for in that area?
So the comps were looking between, I think I was seeing as low as like maybe 225, 250 to as high as like up to like $1 million. I think we saw the ones that were like, you know, closer to the water, I believe. Yeah, there was about $1 million.
Wait, I gotta stop you, bro. I have to stop you. No, people don't believe when we say this stuff. Like, y'all don't know what y'all be missing out on. He just said that he bought an acre of land for $1,200 in the same neighborhood that houses are ranging on the low end for 250,000, going all the way up to $1 million. So now you're not just hearing it from the Acre boys, you're hearing it from somebody who we taught how to do it, who's actually the owner of that property now. This is not hearsay. He owns the property. It's an acre of land that he bought by using the same thing, the same methods, same strategies. And this is why I like you, because I know, because I taught that class that day. You was on that class.
I was on that call.
I told you what to go after first. Because this list that we're talking about, it's like 200, 300 properties on that list. So
There's
most people wouldn't know what to attack on that list.
Right.
So this is what we do for our group. I'm telling my group, because me and Jay, we don't buy these anymore. So I want my group to be as successful as possible. I tell my group, the ones that you want to go after is the ones that look like this. The ones that has this sitting next to it. Those are the ones that you want to go after. But I know Sayco, he at home, he taking notes.
I'm locked in. I'm not sleeping on none of these opportunities, man. Like that for me, like, and this anybody who's like trying to accomplish any goal, like it's a two-step process. It's really education and execution. Like that's how you get to it. Like once you have the knowledge, you have to execute on it. Like if you don't execute on this knowledge, it's just sitting information. Right. It's useless. You can't capitalize on it. You can't pay your bill with that. You have to execute on the knowledge that you have, and I'm not skipping a beat.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's what I want y'all to know. It's like Sayco's he's been in our group for over a year and a half. We have a great group. I got to be honest. Our group is very helpful. Everybody helps each other. We're planning our first in-person meetup in Atlanta, Georgia on June 8th. Anybody interested in that, just look at the flyer on our wall. Tickets are on sale for that event and for that June 8th event. But our group, here's what I want you to know about this. Once we show you this information and we give you this game, this is life-changing information. So if Sayco tomorrow decides that, hey, I don't want to be a part of the Acre Boys no more. I don't want to be a part of this. This is some information and knowledge that he can take with him wherever he decides to go. So this is the importance of getting the education, because it's yours once you have it.
That's right.
You don't forget it. So he can be buying land using these same methods and these same strategies 10 years from now. Because he's smart enough now to know, he knows the foundation, he knows the basics. He'll just watch the space, and as the space changes, he'll change and move with the space. But he's laid the foundation. He knows how to find land. He knows how to evaluate land. He knows how to buy land. It's only going to continue to go up from here. As you heard him say, my next move is I'm going to start putting structures on my land. So now he's becoming a seasoned land investor. As I stated, when he first would run across pieces, he would bring them to us and say, hey, guys, what do you think about this? We would say yay or nay. Now he just goes and he buys them on his own. And he comes back to us and say, hey, I bought this. I bought X,
What's it worth?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's, you know what I mean? Like we're saying, a true testament to somebody who goes and executes on information. It's like when you're first coming into anything. At first, you're trying to absorb everything that you can absorb and just lay that ground floor, whatever the case may be. But here's the thing, y'all. Once you lay that ground floor, you're even able to see more that's inside that space, because you don't have to go back to the basics anymore, right? It's like, go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll see further. That's how it works, y'all, because in all of this, here's what happens, y'all. That foundation that he laid, now that that's cemented right there, he can go to that next level and see different things and different opportunities that maybe he previously wasn't able to see. This now he can start niching down into different things. He may start attacking mobile home land, like you're saying, going after RV land, different things outside the city limits, different things. But when you're first coming into something, you just want proof of concept initially. Right. Does this work or does it not work? Because based off of that, you're going to go ahead and go out and do whatever you're going to do inside that space. Once you have that POC, once you have that proof of concept, you can go out and now you can tackle a bunch of different deals, because now you know that it works. Now that that fear is gone from that, you know, that first deal jitters and all that, now he doesn't just got one, he's got 22, 23 on the books. Now there's no fear whatsoever. It's just execute time, and that's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
For
So,
sure.
Yes, sir. Yes,
let me
sir.
ask you now. Now that you have over a year, which is very young on the clock, but you're doing very well for yourself in over a year. What's plans? What is your plans as in this space? What's your plans as a land investor moving forward? And talk about a little bit about that proof of concept and what it done for your belief system in this asset class. Let's talk about those two things.
Um, well, yeah, it's definitely super strengthened my belief in this asset class. Um, I mean, the numbers just make sense. Like you can't deny the numbers. Like you're
Numbers,
three,
yeah.
4, 5x, and if not more, sometimes your investment virtually without having to deal with much stress. Really, there's no, like, you know what I mean. There's no permits. There's no
No sheetrock,
contractors you
no
got to deal
plumbing,
with. There's
no
none of
electrical,
that.
no
There's
roofs, none of that.
you know it's yeah, it's all virtually. So that allows another level of freedom when you're able to bring in income just virtually. So that it helps a lot. I'm actually in Peru right now. Um,
Okay.
I just
Okay.
decided to spend some time in a couple of other months. I mean, in a couple of other countries. So I do like a month at a time. I'm in a nomad phase right now,
Okay.
but I'm in Peru right now, and since I've started traveling, I think I've purchased more properties than actually being in the States.
Right. Right. Right.
So
Now let me ask you a question. Why do you think that is though?
why that I've
That you
purchased more
purchase
outside?
more being out of the country.
I would say just like timing,
Hmm.
because it wasn't like I didn't plan to do that. It was
Right.
just one of those lists came out, and it was a beautiful list.
Right.
I was like, go buy,
Right.
buy,
Right. Right.
buy,
Right.
buy.
Right. Right.
You know.
Right.
So
Right.
it all just lined up. You know, the divine timing
Gotcha.
is what I call it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
All right, and what overall, if you had, we're asking, we like flowers, so if you had something to say about the Acre Boys, overall, what would you say about your experience with us? It's not for us. Let the people. I think we're doing a good job, but we're only as good as the people that we're helping. So it
Absolutely.
does really make sense, and I would love to hear from your mouth to hear what your overall experience has been and what's your thoughts about the program and the Acre Boys.
So my thoughts of the program as a whole, I think you guys have done a great job on building out the information, making it easily digestible. There's a lot of support within the group, within the community, the weekly calls, everything. Like they're not just selling a course about the information. They're also making sure that you are able to execute on this information, so long as you're willing and able to, like, actually put in the work. um, they make sure that it's it's doable. They make sure it's very easily understood, and you have everything that you need to make sure that whatever investments that you are considering doing, if you're new to the program and you're not sure about a specific property, on the weekly calls, one of the things that we do is go over deals and see if it's a good deal, and that gives people more confidence in their ability to be able to look for land on their own. So they're not just giving you a course and saying, you know what I'm saying, go deal with it, do whatever you think you can, but you guys are actually like making us make sure it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And yeah, so huge flowers to you guys, much appreciated, for the information that you guys have given, because it's not only has it changed my life, but now I'm able to change my friends and family's lives as well down the line. You know what I mean? Passing down this information, it's infinite, so it's highly appreciated. And yeah, I'm never ever buying a piece of land for retail value. Ever.
You can't.
Ever.
Once you
That's
see
for
it, you
sure.
can't
That's for sure.
unsee what you saw,
Yeah,
right? You
right.
can't unsee what you saw. That's just
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
fact.
For sure. But
But this moment was for you as well. We definitely wanted to shine some light on all your accomplishments, because having the information and not executing on it is one thing, but actually taking that information and doing something with it It says a lot about who you are, your fortitude, you as a person, your character. So salute to you for executing on the information. And I think the sky's the limit for you. You know, when you run across one of those ones, and I think that you're one of those ones. That that's why we don't use the word for our group mentees and students, because you're a person that I could see down the line we do some investing with. We use the word investors because we invest with our people. You can actually partner with us, and I do have something that for that 1 acre property that we definitely need to have a conversation about, because we have we'll talk about it. Let's just
something crazy. Something crazy. Yeah.
And this make it work. We're not gonna put it on social media yet because we're not sure. But if it does work, it's the 6-figure payout on it if it does work. So let's definitely lock in on that and keep killing the game, brother. That's all I can say. Keep killing it. Keep killing it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we don't want to keep you too long. We want you to go out there, enjoy Peru, fruits of your labor and all that. You know what I mean? Definitely have a good time for sure.
Absolutely, I will do. Well, thank you, fellas, for having me. Thank you for teaching me, and yeah, let's continue to build. Let's continue to grow.
We'll see you. We'll see you in Atlanta. We all will be there. Sayco will be there. Acre boys to be there.
For sure.
Come to Atlanta. Come see us all in person.
For sure.
I'm flying into the States for that one.
Yes,
got to.
All right, Sayco. Enjoy yourself, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Fellas.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Love, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Right, now. Peace.
All right, people. So that's one of our investors. Absolutely love that brother and all that he got going on. Very positive brother. I'm sure that you sense that on the call. Very smart brother. I'll say that about him. And he's an action taker, and he's somebody that executes, because me and Jay could talk to, we blue in the face, and we drop all kind of jewels. We give all the game out to our group. In fact, we even give a lot of game out on this free platform. People have bought land based upon just things that we share on Instagram. But him, he's executing, and that's the name of the game, because hearing the information and not doing anything with it is equivalent to not hearing it. So big shout out to him, and super proud of him is all I can say, Jay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think like you said, that just to touch on your point, I think it's very, very interesting. We can tell you, you know, we've done all different kind of deals, but you know, it's not a matter of us anymore. We are as strong as the people that we can actually affect and the people that can actually execute on the information. Because I can tell y'all, we can go straight through properties that we sold over the past 7 years. But all those numbers and all of those, that from big numbers to small numbers and everything, what does that actually do for you? Our proof is always going to be inside of the actual people that we're servicing. So that's what we wanted to bring to the table first and foremost.
Yeah, drop in the comments, y'all, if y'all want to see us highlight more of people from our community. Drop a 1 in the comments, so we'll know to continue to bring these kind of IG lives to you, showcasing some people inside of the community and some of the things that they've done.
Sure.
Let me see what your thoughts are, what your feedback is. Drop a 1 in the comments if that's something that you want to see more of.
Definitely. And for sure, also don't forget, I want to keep reiterating, anybody that wants to be in the running for that 1 acre of land, make sure that you go ahead and comment that word giveaway. You're going to get sent over a link. Register for that class. Not only will be giving away 1 acre of land, we'll be showing you the exact steps and procedures that we take in order for you to secure this land for way under market value, and you turn around and sell it for almost full market value. So definitely do that if you're not registered. Like Ray said earlier, the room will pack out once it gets to capacity. Even if you go ahead and try to press that button and come into the room, it's going to kick you back out because we are at capacity. So my thoughts is for you, get there early if you want to stand a chance and learn some powerful things that are inside the actual land space.
Yo, now, to you, brother, to you, because you know the journey. We've been locked in on this journey. When we first started this journey, let me at least say to you, I'll give you your flowers on this live, because we were unsure about doing the program,
completely
doing the course. We didn't know how this would play out. We didn't know if people would get it. We didn't know if we could actually help somebody to be successful in this. So as this thing plays out, no, the Atlanta event is not sold out. You have time to go and get those tickets for the Atlanta event.
Right.
Definitely come and see us in person. We'll love to meet everybody in person, and we'll be talking about land as usual in person. It's going to be a really, really good event. So that event is still going on. But,
Sure.
you know, sometimes, you know, you have to just remove yourself and look at it from a spectator standpoint.
Yeah.
And I can say it to you because I can look at what you've done, and I know I'm with you.
Right.
So I think this is it's good for the people, more importantly, because this is something that if you allow it, this is something that can change your life. This is a skill set that you can keep. This is a skill set for us. This is a skill set that allowed us to walk away from our 9-to-5 jobs. And when I think back, when I was working that 9-to-5 job, I couldn't see an out, and I was looking for one. So we're very proud and very thankful of this space that we're in. Like I said, it's just the vehicle that we use, but I absolutely love the space that we're in, and I love who we've become and becoming, because a part of the journey you can see most people around us see that has been a shift in us. There's been a shift in our language. There's been a shift in the way we carry ourselves. If you knew us when we first came on Instagram, we wasn't even wearing uniform in unison. We was just on here with Nike shirts on.
Just raw.
And all of that. So there's been some growth. There's been some learning. There's been a learning curve, and we've been up to the challenge. We've been studying ourselves. We've been doing our best to inform ourselves so we can inform other people. So good job, man. And let's continue to go higher. Let's continue to go. What our goal is for the Acre Boys in this space that we in. Our goal is to be the #1 minority land firm, land company. When people mention the word land that look like us, we want to be at the top of their list of when they think about the space. Oh, Acre Boys.
For sure.
And that's for anybody online, on the internet, in this space. When you think of land, we want to be the first people that come out of your mouth, the Acre Boys.
Anonymous. You know what I mean? And the truth of the matter is too, like you noticed when we first started, and just throwing it back, the level of growth that we had to come from, the level of just being at a place where you even allow yourself to service other people. Because initially it was, when we were doing this and a lot of people wanted to know about it or whatever the case may be, initially it was almost like, let's hold it over here. You know what I mean? Let's not bring it out to the actual people, because you know what? If we bring other people and show them exactly what we're doing, that there was there's going to be some kind of shortage of it. But once we understood that, there is never going to be a shortage of what we do, right? We live in a place of abundance, right? And abundant from the standpoint of we couldn't buy all of it if we wanted to, right? So only what we're doing is being the vehicle, the conduit, whatever you want to say, and showing other people how to do the exact same thing. And this is why when we talk to people, it's like, the world, moves with motiveless necessity. And if you understand that, that only means that it doesn't actually have a direction until you give it an actual direction, right? So if you're just moving around the world, just happy to get to Friday, you're one of those kind of people that, thank God it's Friday, that kind of thing, you gotta move with direction. You gotta move with some actual necessity. And once you actually lock in on that thing that's for you, it always brings it back to all the time when people ask us a lot, I don't know what my calling is. I don't know, what I'm supposed to do. And it's simpler than you think it is. What is that one thing that is easy for you that becomes hard to other people, that is hard for other people? That's one of those kind of things. And we don't live in an era anymore where you can't turn on TV. You can't go and get a mentor and look from a place to see somebody that's actually doing something different than you and getting different results. The only thing it takes for you to go ahead and lock in with that person. Gone are the days are, somebody, if you're doing it the intelligent way, gone are the days that you trying to figure out all of these things on your own with it. Already people who've done it before you. That's exactly what we did. This is not our information. We are not the inventors of any of these things. But I can tell you what we did do. We sat down, we turned the TV off. We started listening to seminars. We started reading books. We changed everything about what we were doing in order to go ahead and get a different result. And that's just, what we preach now. Everything that we do as far as mindset, all of these different things, These are real things and they work in real time if you actually use them. So we're going to keep on keeping on. And another one of the goals is actually to bring on about 3,000 land investors who formerly didn't know that it actually exists. We always call the land business the industry that's been hidden in plain sight because most traditional investors know nothing about it. And that's our goal, y'all.
Yeah. I laugh. I sit back and I laugh. And the reason why I laugh is because y'all see how comfortable Jay is with talking to y'all and speaking to y'all on this live. Y'all see him on the videos. We put out a video on a daily basis. On the inside, sometimes I crack up. And the reason being is that y'all just don't know. Before we've been in this space, we've been doing this now for, I don't know, a year and a half. He didn't even have a Facebook page. No Instagram page.
Nothing.
No Facebook page. He was anti all of this.
All that.
But see, when you're trying to get to where you have to be, you start to adapt that attitude of, if that's what it takes for me to get there, then that's what I'm doing. What's my options? So now you see him on here and he's eager to get after it, super comfortable. But that didn't happen overnight. It took some time. There was a maturation process for him to get to where you see at now from day one. I remember day one, he would call me. He didn't even know how to upload a video.
That's a fact.
Yo, how that's a video? Fact. You hit the plus sign, the plus sign, brother. Hit the plus sign.
Yeah, sure.
But now he's showing me how to use some of the features on the thing.
You know, one of the things that I don't think either one of us took into account is the amount of people that you can actually impact that don't even come inside the curriculum. There's been a lot of people that came out to this. I bought my first piece of land because of y'all. So you can't, measure impact, right? Everybody that you impact is not going to be people that actually come into your program. We were down at InvestFest, whatever the case may be. It was almost crazy to see the amount of people that you actually impacted from the time that you were actually doing this and bringing the message out here to the forefront. So, just impact is something completely different, and you never can measure that because you don't know who you're touching. When these videos go out into cyber world or whatever the case may be, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the case may be, you never know who is actually taking in that message and doing something about it. So that's one of the most powerful things about having this channel right here. Remember, y'all, there are no more gatekeepers. It's all over. Now, previously, if you were a person that wanted to write a book, you had to go through a publisher to write a book, right? Not no more. You can self-publish. There's something that was called direct-to-consumer. You can go direct to your consumer and sell directly to them. Instagram, Facebook, and all these different things, free platforms that you can use. You just got to use your voice and have something of value. So, coming to this place, that's where we are right now. And what we wanted to impart in y'all is that the land business is wide open. It's the ground floor opportunity right now. Keyword is right now. Anybody that's been on the fence, I would impart to you that you should get in now. You know what I mean? Because I can't always guarantee that it's going to be a ground floor opportunity, that the space is not going to get more crowded. When we started 7 years ago, almost nobody in the space. Even now, almost nobody. But I can't tell you that that's going to be the same way 2, 3, 4 years from now because I don't know that. So my thing is, get involved, execute. That's it.
We got 4 minutes before they're going to boot us off. So y'all comment giveaway for that free 1 acre. We will be giving that away this Friday. You must be in the room to stand a chance to win. If you're not in the room that night, you will not be the winner. The room will pack out. Our last giveaway, the room packed out to capacity. So a lot of people couldn't get on. It's going to be first come, first served. Comment the word giveaway to get yourself registered. And we'll see you on Friday to give away that 1 acre piece of land. Whoever wins it is totally yours to do whatever you like to do with that piece of property. All you have to do is comment giveaway, get registered, and show up, and you'll be in the runnings. Or you may be the winner. I don't know who's going to win, but I can promise you that you have to be there to stand a chance at winning. And we got about 3 minutes, Jay. So I think that's it, man. We'll continue to do more of these lives, and bring on some more people from our community, some more of our team members, some more of our investors in the group, and you'll hear their story.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah, let's leave them with the motto, Jay. Y'all know the motto: invest in dirt.
It's the cleanest way to make money. Peace, y'all.
Out, y'all.
All right.